Hey everyone, I am doing a follow-up question from Mailbag Monday that I wasn't able to get to on Monday, and I thought it was a good enough topic that it could be its own standalone video. Michael had asked me to react, what my reaction was to Jake the Snake Roberts, who recently appeared on Rowdy Roddy Piper's podcast and brought up the fact that Scott Hall is still struggling or has faced some recent struggles in his battle with sobriety or his battle in getting sober and staying sober, and wanted to know what I thought about that. And I've talked before about Scott Hall and Jake the Snake Roberts and their journey toward sobriety in other blogs and vlogs, but it's a topic that I think is important enough to kind of talk about again. In my viewpoint, background here real quick. Jake the Snake Roberts and Scott Hall both have had decades-long battle with drugs and alcohol and demons. And both men, in recently, probably the last year and a half to 2 years, have reached out to Diamond Dallas Page, or Diamond Dallas Page reached out to them to help them get sober. He set them up in his house called the Accountability Crib. They documented a lot of this. Jake the Snake Roberts so far seems to be doing very well. Now, Jake was on Roddy Piper's podcast and mentioned that Scott Hall may be having some struggles. He may have slipped a little, which is understandable, and both these men have been in and out of rehab countless times. I know the WWE has helped to pay for some of these superstars, past and present, to go to rehab, to get healthy, to get sober, and to live a quality life. My viewpoints on addiction and drug abuse and use has changed greatly over the last few years because I've done some research. I've looked into these issues, so I'm not just kind of speaking with my opinion. I'm also speaking with a little bit of fact, but also mixed in with my opinion. I used to be of the mindset that, you know, people who abused drugs or had addiction problems were the ones to blame. But then, you know, I thought about it and have talked to other people who have battled addiction. I am fortunate enough to say that I have not battled drug or alcohol addictions, but you know, it's as if it's any other kind of illness, any other kind of disease, you know, cancer, diabetes, you know, these kinds of things. You would treat the disease and help the person to live a healthier life. And it's the same thing with mental illness. It's the same thing with addiction. You have to treat the illness to make the person better. Sometimes it's the decisions that that person makes, but it's oftentimes that person's mental status, that person's inability to make the right decision. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be held accountable, because I do think to an extent we all should be held accountable for whatever happens to our lives health-wise, because the choices that we do make do have a great impact on how we feel and how we go on living, basically. So it's a slippery slope for me, and I don't point the finger at Scott Hall. I hope and pray that these were minor setbacks for him. I know that he has worked hard to get to the point where he is. He looked great at the WWE Hall of Fame. He spoke about how Diamond Dallas Page saved his life, and I really hope that he continues to get the help that he needs. And I hope that anyone struggling with sobriety, struggling with even you know, mental health issues, mental health problems, mental illness in general, break the stigma. It's okay to get help. It's okay. Post-traumatic stress disorder, just one of the things, but there are so many things out there that people are afraid to get help for because society has labeled them as crazy, or society says that, you know, people shouldn't be that way. But it's okay to get the help that you need. This is kind of a heavier topic than I thought it was going to be, but that's just one of the things that I wanted to get off my chest and mention. And again, I don't fault Scott Hall, and I don't know all the circumstances behind what may or may not be going on in his life, but let's just hope and pray. Instead of judging him, let's hope that he gets the help that he needs and continue to support him and our friends and family and anyone in our society today. They need support. They don't need to be judged. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and be sure to share this video as well.